Have you ever questioned why, even when surrounded by people, the feeling of being alone seems to persist? Or why the relationships you seek never fill what your heart truly desires? It's not a flaw of yours, nor is it about luck or chance. What happens is that you, as a chosen woman, carry a purpose that not everyone is ready to support. This loneliness you feel is not a punishment, nor is it a sign of weakness. It is, in fact, a divine designation. The universe places you in a space where quiet and clarity become your greatest companions. It is a necessary period for you to connect with yourself, so that your light, which is different and powerful, is not extinguished or diluted. Think of a rare flower that only blooms far from the crowds, in a quiet place where it can be nourished by the pure energy of the earth and the sun. Such is the life of chosen women. Their energy is so vibrant, so sincere, that it ends up pushing away those who live in more superficial or conflicting frequencies. In this video, we will explore the reasons why these women live solitude so intensely, the reason why true friendships and deep relationships are so hard to find for them. We will understand together how this experience is part of the awakening and strengthening process that only those who carry a spiritual calling know about. If this calling touches your heart, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Here, we are not just spectators. We are journey companions, women who understand the value of solitude and the strength that arises from it. Join us and discover that being alone can actually be the first step to finding your true place in the world. You have an energy that does not go unnoticed. Even without saying anything, your presence speaks. It is a different, intense light that reveals the truth where many try to hide their shadows. This energy is your strength, but it also acts as a natural filter, pushing away those who cannot keep up with your pace. Many times, it seems that you are in your own world, where few can truly enter. You may try to get closer, to talk, but you notice that many avoid true contact. This happens because your authenticity makes them uncomfortable. It reflects what people try to deny in themselves. When you show who you really are, you are not seeking approval. You are simply being true to your essence. However, this causes some people to distance themselves without explanation. They do not reject you, but what you represent. The courage to be real, without masks, without filters. This distance is not always bad. It is a protective mechanism for your soul. The universe knows that in order for you to shine, you need to be near those who vibrate at the same frequency. Those who do not vibrate do not attract, and this is not a matter of judgment, but of energetic tuning. You may feel loneliness because of this, but this loneliness is different. It is a necessary silence, so that your light does not fade away. It is a space for you to grow without interference, and those who truly matter will get closer when they are ready to meet you in your true self. Your energy is rare, and that is a blessing, because while others hide who they are, you live with transparency. You are a mirror for many, and not everyone likes to see themselves reflected. This rejection is not your fault. It is their discomfort in facing their own truth. Instead of trying to change to please, honor your vibration. It is your deepest identity. It is what will attract the right connections, those who will respect and celebrate who you truly are. Life is not about being with everyone, but about being with those who resonate with your soul. Little by little, you will understand that this energy that distances is, in fact, an invitation for you to choose your company wisely, so that you can build solid relationships based on respect, authenticity, and mutual growth. This choice makes all the difference in your journey. So, when you feel alone, remember, your vibration is aligning with your purpose. The distance you feel is a preparation space for true encounters, for connections that go beyond the superficial. This is how your rare energy protects your path. Within you pulses a special frequency, an authentic brightness that comes from your innermost being. This light is powerful because it reveals what many prefer to hide. It is not a light that should be extinguished or hidden, but rather cultivated with love and courage. It acts as a natural filter, separating those who vibrate at your frequency from those who cannot keep up. This unique energy causes some people to simply distance themselves without an apparent reason. They cannot handle your transparency, your true way of being. It may seem lonely at times, but this distance is natural and necessary. It is not about rejection, but about energetic resonance. Only those on the same frequency stay close. When you remain genuine, your gaze, your words, and even your silence convey a truth that many do not want to face. You are not here to please everyone, but to be true to yourself. This sincerity creates an invisible barrier that protects your essence from those who are not aligned with your purpose. It is common for you to feel out of place, like a piece that does not easily fit. And in a way, that is exactly the case. Your path is unique, and few are capable of walking it with you. It is a journey that requires courage to be who you truly are, even if it means facing the distancing of others. Do not try to change who you are to be accepted. The strength of your energy lies precisely in your authenticity. Those who stay, who withstand your shine, are those who vibrate at the same frequency, who recognize and value your truth. They are the ones who are part of your journey. Your energy acts as a filter in your relationships. It is not punishment, it is care. It helps to separate the superficial from the true, the fleeting from the lasting. It is an invitation for you to value the connections that nurture your soul and to respect your own time and space. If one day you feel alone or distant, know that this solitude is a shield that protects your light. It is in this space that your true strength grows and strengthens, and it is from this place that the bonds that really matter will emerge, those that respect your essence and walk beside you. Your energy is rare and powerful. It challenges norms, opens paths to authenticity and the freedom to be. Even if today this journey seems solitary or difficult, this light will guide you to where you truly belong, with people who understand, respect, and celebrate who you are. Many chosen women notice that their relationships do not work as they would like. They give love, attention, and support generously, but often feel that they do not receive the same reciprocity. This is not a sign that something is wrong with them, but rather a reflection of the energy they carry and the type of connection they truly need. Your energy is expansive, sensitive, and healing. You are always ready to help, to listen, to support those around you. However, this same energy requires that the relationship be balanced, that there is true exchange, respect, and deep understanding. When this does not happen, your heart grows tired and your soul feels it is time for change. Have you noticed that you often give more than you receive? That you listen more than you are heard? That you offer support without feeling the same care in return? This imbalance may seem normal at first, but your soul knows it is not sustainable. It wants connections that make sense, that are spiritually aligned and emotionally healthy. Your soul no longer accepts superficial relationships or those based on empty expectations. You seek something that goes beyond daily companionship. You want something that touches your being deeply, that helps you grow, and that recognizes your essence. While this does not happen, the universe seems to place a distance between you and others, a time for reflection. This distance is not punishment. On the contrary, it is a form of protection. It is the universe keeping you safe from the emotional and energetic drain that unbalanced relationships cause. It is an invitation for you to return to loving yourself, to caring for yourself, and to strengthening yourself before opening your heart to new connections. This loneliness may seem harsh, especially when culture pushes us to always be surrounded. But for chosen women, this time is essential to restore the connection with themselves. It is in this silence that you understand what your heart truly desires, far from illusions and external pressures. During this period, you learn to identify which relationships deserve your time and energy. You learn to set healthy boundaries and to recognize who is willing to walk beside you with respect and authenticity. It is a moment of clarity and transformation. By letting go of what no longer serves you, you create fertile ground for true relationships to grow. You begin to attract people who respect your light, who vibrate at your frequency, and who value the depth you bring to the world. This changes everything because your energy is no longer being wasted. This process is not easy, but it is essential. You are learning to prioritize yourself, to value your essence, and to build a space where true love can flourish. The loneliness you experience today is the foundation for healthier, more sincere, and spiritually aligned relationships in the future. Remember, your energy is a gift, and it deserves to be nurtured wisely. The universe is preparing connections that are truly worthy of you, and when you are ready, they will arrive. Until then, honor this time of pause and self-discovery. You are a woman with a sensitivity that few can understand. Your intuition works like a sensor that picks up everything around you, even what is hidden. You feel the emotional climate of people, perceive the invisible tensions, and understand the unexpressed feelings. This ability is an essential part of your essence, but it also brings unique challenges. In crowded environments, you may feel overwhelmed. Every forced smile, every unspoken word, every negative thought that circulates is absorbed by your energy. Even without wanting to, you end up carrying the emotional weight of others, as if you were a container that cannot be easily emptied. This emotional overload can be exhausting, affecting your balance and inner peace. It is natural that after such moments, you feel an urgent need to withdraw, to seek a place where the energy is clean, light, and safe for you. This space is vital for your spirit to recover and feel whole again. For you, solitude is not synonymous with abandonment or sadness, but a precious refuge. It is in this moment of silence and retreat that your soul finds the necessary space to purify itself. Like a delicate crystal, your energy needs to be free of noise to maintain its shine and purity. During these periods, you reconnect with your true self, listen to your deepest needs, and rebuild your strengths. This pause is not absence. It is the presence of yourself, a sacred meeting that strengthens your inner light and renews your purpose. You may notice that, away from the noise, the internal confusions calm down, emotions become clearer, and intuition becomes even sharper. It is a time of healing and self-knowledge that allows you to return to the world with more balance and awareness. This need for silence should not be a cause for guilt or shame, but celebrated as a form of spiritual self-care. When you respect your time, you create an environment where your light can expand without the risk of being extinguished or worn down. Therefore, learning to value and respect these moments is essential for you to maintain your authenticity and continue fulfilling your mission fully. Your sensitivity is a strength that can transform your life and the lives of those around you, as long as you protect it. Knowing when to withdraw to restore yourself is one of the greatest demonstrations of self-love and wisdom you can have. And when you return from this silence, your presence is even more powerful, luminous, and true. Thus, solitude ceases to be a burden and becomes a sacred space where your soul flourishes. ready to create truer connections and live according to your purest essence. Since a very young age, you realize that you did not fit into the molds that society tries to impose. While everyone seemed to follow a pre-established pattern, you questioned, doubted, and felt that there was something more beyond the surface. Your opinions often caused discomfort. Your way of acting, which deviated from the norm, irritated those who preferred the stability of sameness. This early perception of difference was not easy. You saw that by thinking and feeling differently, you ended up being viewed as strange, rebellious, or even difficult. In school, family, or social environments, your authenticity was often the target of veiled or even explicit criticism. And yet you chose not to be silent, not to mold yourself. We live in a culture that values conformity. From a young age, we are taught to fit in, to follow rules, and to not cause problems. The system often favors uniformity because it makes control easier and reduces conflict. But you were never made to be the same. Your individuality is your greatest treasure, even if it has placed you in a position of resistance. Being different is both a blessing and a challenge. It is the source of your originality, creativity, and transformative power, but it is also the reason you may feel isolated. Because the world is not always ready to welcome those who break patterns, who think outside the box, who question the status quo. Your way of thinking, feeling, and acting is nonlinear. You see connections that others do not see. You sense what is hidden, foreseeing paths that seem strange to most. This sensitivity and expanded vision are not defects. They are your essence. But this requires courage because walking a less trodden path often means walking alone. Do not expect to be understood by everyone. This is not a sign of failure, but of authenticity. Your mission is not to please or be accepted by the group. Your mission is to awaken consciences, illuminate paths, and bring new perspectives. And for that, you need to be true to yourself, even if that causes distance. As you accept this difference, you begin to realize that you are not alone. There are other people who also walk outside the patterns, who also feel that call to authenticity. And these true connections, though few, are deep and transformative. When you stop trying to fit in, you make space for your true essence to flourish. You stop wearing masks, stop adapting to please, and begin to live with integrity. This attracts people who vibrate at the same frequency, who recognize and respect your authenticity. The resistance you encounter in the world is proof of the impact that your light causes. Often what bothers others is exactly your courage to be different, to challenge norms, to question old habits, to live with purpose. This can lead to rejection, but it is also the fuel for your inner strength. Remember, the change you want to see in the world starts within you. Being different is not a burden, but a gift. It is the sign that you are walking a true path, aligned with your soul. It is the spark that will ignite the transformation that the world needs. Therefore, embrace your uniqueness. Be the woman who does not fit in. And let that be a reason for pride, not pain. Your mission is to be a light for those who are still sleeping, to open doors to new worlds. And this is only possible when you allow yourself to be who you really are, without fear or shame. For many, solitude can seem like an uncomfortable place, an emptiness that needs to be filled. But for you, chosen woman, it is much more than that. Solitude is a divine resource, a sacred space where your essence aligns and your soul finds peace. It is in the quietness that your mission takes shape, and you grow stronger. When the world outside seems too noisy, full of demands and expectations, solitude offers you a breath. It is in this moment that you turn inward, that you listen to the gentle voices of your soul. that you recognize the constant presence of the divine within you. This deep connection is the source of your true strength. During these moments of retreat, you have the opportunity to clear away what no longer serves you. Old pain, ancient fears, emotional wounds, all these can come to the surface to be acknowledged and healed. Solitude then becomes a purification process, where you rid yourself of the weight that no longer belongs to your journey. The chosen woman understands that this pause is not a withdrawal from the world, but a preparation to return with more clarity and purpose. It is in this silent space that you discover your gifts, your inner wisdom, and the direction your heart wants to follow. It is not always easy to allow yourself this time alone. Often, you may feel fear or discomfort because we have been taught to fear silence and solitude. But for you, this pause is essential to not get lost in the confusion of others' opinions and the distractions of everyday life. Embracing solitude is an act of courage. It is saying yes to your inner growth, to alignment with your essence, and to respecting your own pace. This connection with yourself is what will keep you steady in difficult moments and guide you toward the right choices. When you learn to value this time, you realize that it is not empty, but full of meaning. It is the space where your higher self talks to you, where you find answers and renewal. It is a silent but powerful dialogue that sustains your journey. This pause also helps you strengthen the necessary boundaries to protect your energy. You learn to say no to what does not serve you and to prioritize what truly matters. This is essential for you to maintain your balance and continue fulfilling your mission with integrity. Remember that solitude is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. It is the refuge where your soul recovers and prepares to blossom. And when you return from this space, you will do so with an even stronger light and a clearer mission. Therefore, do not fear these moments of silence. They are divine gifts that the universe offers you so that you can align, heal, and strengthen yourself. Solitude is indeed the most precious tool you have to live an authentic and fulfilling life. For many people, solitude can seem like an uncomfortable place, an emptiness that needs to be filled quickly. But for you, chosen woman, solitude is much more than that. It is a sacred space, a moment when your essence reconnects and your soul finds true peace. It is in the quietness that your mission begins to take shape and your inner strength grows. When the world outside seems filled with noise, pressures, and expectations, solitude offers a breath. It is the moment to turn inward, to listen to the gentle voices that only the soul can emit. It is there that you recognize the constant presence of the divine in your life, and this deep connection becomes your greatest source of power. During these periods of silence, you have the chance to cleanse what no longer serves you. Old pains, trapped fears, emotional wounds. Solitude is a process of healing and purification, where the weight that no longer belongs to your path is left behind. The chosen woman understands that this moment of pause is not a withdrawal from the world, but a preparation to return stronger, with more clarity and purpose. It is in the silence that you discover your gifts, your inner wisdom, and feel the direction of your heart. It is not always easy to allow yourself this time alone. Often, fear or discomfort may arise because we have been taught to fear silence. But this pause is essential, so that you do not lose yourself in the noise of the world and can remain aligned with your true self. Embracing solitude is an act of courage and self-love. It is choosing to grow, to respect yourself, and to listen to your own rhythm. This encounter with yourself will be your guide in difficult times and important decisions. When you value this pause, you realize that it is not empty but full of meaning. It is a moment of renewal where your higher self speaks, bringing answers and clarity to your journey. Solitude also strengthens your boundaries, helping you to protect your energy and prioritize what truly matters. It is the refuge that prepares your soul to blossom. Do not see solitude as a weakness, but as a sign of wisdom and strength. It is in this space that your light strengthens, so that you can fulfill your mission with fullness and authenticity. The journey of the chosen woman is marked by the strength that arises in solitude. This solitude is not absence, but a time of reconstruction and inner alignment. It is in it that your soul heals, grows, and prepares to fulfill its mission with authenticity and courage. Remember, feeling alone is not a sign of failure, but an essential step to strengthen your light. The universe is working for you to connect with people who truly understand and respect who you are. Allow yourself to experience this phase with serenity, knowing that each moment of silence is a step toward your expansion and transformation. Your energy is precious and deserves to be protected in order to flourish. If this message touched your heart, share your story in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Here, you will find support, inspiration, and a community that understands the beauty and power of being different.